With us, this is TVC News on the hour. We begin in Abuja, where the justices of the Supreme Court have delivered judgments on the election petition appeals filed from 3 states. The Apex Court on Friday affirmed the re-elections of Governors Diri of Bayelsa State, as well as that of Hope Uzodimma of Imo State and Usman Ododo of Kogi State. Celestina Area has more.
The first judgment delivered was that of Bayelsa State. A 5-member panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Garba Lawal, has upheld the judgment of the Court of Appeal delivered on July 18, 2024, which dismissed the appeal filed by the APC and its candidate Timi Silva for being an abuse of court process because he filed 2 notices of appeal.
Governor Diri has won. This has been a series of victories affirming his victory at the election. At the election tribunal, we won. At the Court of Appeal, we won. And today, too, at the Supreme Court, the final court, the highest court of the land, we have also won, affirming his victory at the polls.
This victory is not for me. It's not for my deputy governor. It is the victory of the people of Bayelsa State. You brought 2 tested hands, and then the people saw the difference between the 2 and decided to give the mandate to us, which we held very sacredly. And so we already have the trust of the people, and we will continue to do that which had made them to trust us.
Shortly after, the court delivered another judgment which affirmed the election of Usman Ododo as governor of Kogi State. In the unanimous judgment, the Apex Court held that the SDP and its candidate, Murtala Ajaka, failed to give coded and verifiable evidence in the series of allegations against Mr. Ododo. Justice Sadiq Umar, who read the lead judgment, held that most of the allegations were pre-election matter that ought to have been taken to the Federal High Court for resolution before the election. After the pronouncement, there was a wide jubilation at the foyer of the court by supporters of the governor. Also at the private residence of Governor Usman Ododo, an ecstatic crowd had gathered to greet the governor, who was also delighted with the news from the Apex Court affirming his victory. He declared that he is committed to ensuring the continuous progress and development of Kogi State.
I promise to serve them sincerely, committedly, transparently, and with the fear of God Almighty. And for my team, we cannot afford to fail our people. Here we are. It is time for us to wear our creative cap to make sure we make life well meaningful and worth living for our dear people.
The last appeal that was decided was that of Imo State. The Supreme Court affirmed the re-election of Hope Uzodimma as governor of Imo State. Justice Mohammed Idris, who read the lead judgment of the panel, upheld the judgment of the Court of Appeal while dismissing the appeal filed by Labour Party and the PDP for lacking in merit. With the judgment, the Supreme Court has successfully concluded the appeals arising from off-season elections conducted in late 2023. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, the governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party in Kogi State, Murtala Ajaka, was assaulted at the Supreme Court on Friday by political thugs. The incident happened shortly after the Apex Court upheld the election of Usman Ododo of the All Progressives Congress as the governor of Kogi State. This video shows where the SDP candidate was whisked out of the premises of the Supreme Court by security agents. Well, still following Friday's proceedings at the Supreme Court, Bayelsa State was thrown into celebrations following the announcement by the Supreme Court affirming the election of Governor Diri. Joseph Kunde has details.
This was after the Supreme Court delivered its judgment affirming the election of Governor Diri in the 2023 Bayelsa governorship election. Back in Government House, Yenagoa, the Deputy Governor is joined by members of the People's Democratic Party in jubilations. Also at the King of Glory Chapel, the place of worship erupted on hearing the pronouncement from the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court has vindicated all of us. We voted for the miracle governor, and today all the court cases have been laid to rest. So we are happy. We want to thank the judges of the Supreme Court. We want to thank Mr. President. We want to thank our governor too for standing firm.
The women of Bayelsa State, today we are very happy because our mandate was not thrown away.
The supporters believe that despite the litigations, the Diri administration has shown that it is not deterred in fulfilling its campaign promises of rendering good governance to the people.
Our governor, Senator Diri, they will continue to be governor. Nothing will trouble him. Anyone that trouble him, God, our God will chase them away.
The electoral body, INEC, had declared that Governor Diri of the People's Democratic Party garnered a total of 171,000 votes to defeat his closest rival, Silva, who pulled 110 votes. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yenagoa.
In other reports, but still in the nation's capital, President Bola Tinubu has administered the oath of office on Justice Kudirat Kekereekun as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now, this is pending her confirmation by the Senate. The swearing-in of the 23rd Chief Justice of Nigeria, who is also the second female justice to hold that office, took place at the Council's chamber of the State House, Abuja. And State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
The new acting Chief Justice of Nigeria taking the oath of allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the judiciary. Justice Kudirat Kekereekun has had a stellar career in the judiciary, rising through the ranks to become the 5th female Chief Justice elevated to the Supreme Court. And now she is the second woman to be appointed Chief Justice of Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu had to cut short his work stay in France to administer the oath of office following the retirement of Justice Kayode Ariwola. President Tinubu told the newly sworn-in Chief Justice to be loyal to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and defend the independence of the judiciary.
The judiciary under this administration will continue to receive prompt and adequate attention in recognizing its status as a driver of social order, rule of law, peace, security, and economic development.
After the brief swearing-in ceremony inside the council chambers of the presidential villa, the new CJN told State House correspondents that the task before her is to improve the reputation of the judiciary and ensure discipline on the bar and the bench.
We'll make sure that people have more confidence in the judiciary, and I believe that it's not a one-man job. We all have to be on board. And because we all see where the areas are that need improvement, I believe that there will be cooperation.
The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was in the presidential villa to identify with Justice Kekereekun alongside her family members and close friends.
We're indeed excited. We're excited not just because she's a Lagosian, I am, but because of who she is. You know, she's been an outstanding jurist, you know, and from her resume, she's one of the only very few people that started first, you know, just as a lawyer, you know, and also passing through all of the various courts.
Justice Kekereekun will need the confirmation of the Senate to substantiate her appointment, but she will first have to throw herself deep into the workings of the judiciary to fix problems that have slowed down the growth and development of the judicial arm of government. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Yushua Ahmed, has disclosed that security agencies have rescued the last corps member among the 8 kidnapped in August, on August the 22nd this year. The corps member was kidnapped in Zamfara State alongside 8 others who were all on their way from Akwa Ibom State to Sokoto. Maria Mohammed reports.
The corps members were kidnapped on 17th August 2023 on Funtus Bissau Road in Zamfara State. While in Zamfara, the corps collaborated with Army, Police, DSS and traditional rulers to ensure the abducted corps members were rescued. At this briefing, the Director General of NYSC, Yushua Ahmed, commended the President, security agencies and traditional rulers for their efforts.
Even though they were taking the same time, the same day, the rescue take the following sequence. On the 30th of August 2023, we rescue the first prospective corps member, Uzodimma Emmanuel. Victoria Basi Oduka was rescued on the 20th October 2023. Abigail Peter Sandy was rescued on the 7th December 2023.
He called on corps members to avoid traveling at night and also reiterate that corps members' welfare is a priority of the scheme.
No group of people or organization aided the rescue of the prospective corps members apart from the security agencies, particularly the Army and the DSS. We in NYSC did not receive any form of aid or financial assistance while prosecuting their rescue.
Rescued corps members on their part narrated their experience and are happy to be back with their families.
It will be too traumatic for me to see, but all the same, I am thankful to God Almighty, the Army and the NYSC for my release.
We're kidnapped and it's been traumatic, but I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to our DG and also the Army.
G disclosed that the mastermind of the kidnap has been killed. Maria Mohammed, TVC News, Abuja.
And there is more on TVC.